Here is another Math 230 review. This time we are covering section 2.3, the conditional statement. If P, then Q. The first thing we're going to do is talk about the truth table for the conditional statement, if P, then Q. If you have true, then true, it is a true. If you have a true first and a false second, so if a true statement, then a false statement, it makes the overall statement false. If you start off with the false and end with the true, the most important part is that you ended with the true, so it stays true. And then if you have a false, then false, overall, it's true. Weird, I know. The most important thing is that order matters, because as you can see, if true is first, false is second, overall it's false. If false is first and true is second, overall it's true. So that means if we switch the order, then what would end up happening is we'd have true, then true, which is a true. But for the next column, it would be false, then true. Because if Q's first and it's false, P's second and it's true, false, then true, well, we just defined false, then true is true. See what I mean? So be careful with your order. Here I'd have the true first, then false. And we know that if true is first, false is second, it's false overall. False, then false is true. So you've got to be careful when you have one of each, what it's going to end up being, what's first, what's second. Okay, we're going to do question number 41 from the homework. It has the conditional statement. It also has the and or the conjunction. So what we're going to do here is P is true, Q is false. We'll start with the parentheses first. True and, well, Q is false, so not Q would be true. A true and a true, as we learned in section 2.2, is a true. All right, now we're going to replace Q with a false. False, then true. As we just learned, a false, then a true is a true. So the overall value of our statement is true. All right, let's do question 44 from the book. Again, we have two conditionals. This time we are connecting them with a disjunction, the or. We also have the tilde. So let's be careful. Let's do each set of parentheses first. So the first set is true, then false. True, then false. If we look up here, true, then false leads to a false. So that means that the overall value is false. All right, on the back, we have false, then true, since Q is false and P is true. False, then true. If I look up here, false, then a true leads to a true. However, we have a tilde out front. So the opposite of true would be false. So now, gluing it all together, what I really have is false or false. If you have a false or a false, it turns into a false. All right. Remember, baby step, work through each portion of the problem. Don't try and tackle it all at once. Little bits, and it'll work out overall. Okay, let's go ahead and construct a truth table now. So this is number 52 in the homework. As you can see, I have the final thing that they want me to find out. As I showed in class, what we want to do is take the parentheses and make it its own separate column. And since there's a tilde, we'll also do a tilde column. Okay. Tilde P means do the opposite of what P is. So here I have true, true, false, false. So the opposite would be false, false, true, true. Okay, we have the conditional. Order matters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a little mini equation in here. So Q is true, P is true. True, then true. As we have up above, true, then true is true. Okay. Q is false, P is true. If we look back up above to our notes, if you lead with the false and end with the true, it is a true. All right. Q is true. P is false. If you start with a true and end with the false, it makes the whole thing false. All right, last but not least, Q is false. P is false. False, then a false is true. Okay. All right, hope you're getting all this. Now, last but not least, I'm going to take this tilde P, which we have. We have this right here. Now, you could just do the overall answer, connecting them with the and. The and, remember, is mostly false. Maybe I shouldn't use the arrow, but I did anyway. Okay, so what that means is and is mostly false. So once I have a false, when I have the and, it makes the whole thing false. Okay, so if you want to, you can write it as a little sentence. So here's false and true. Once I have a false, it goes false. All right, let's do the next one. False and true goes false. True and false goes false. And last but not least, true and true equals true. All right, I hope this is going well. The last topic that I want to talk about in this section is converse inverse. Oh, sorry, I gotta stretch my legs. Converse inverse and contrapositive. If I have any two letters, and it doesn't have to be P and Q, it could be A and B, whatever we have. The converse, sorry for the weird spacing, the converse means flip the order. The inverse means leave the order the same, change it to its opposite. So A is going to still be in front, B is going to still be in the back, but we're going to have the negation. Contrapositive means do both. Change to the opposites. Change places. All right. I hope this helps with your homework. Good luck.